I almost made the mistake of just going right into chapter 2 without hitting the record thing. That's awkward. So, as I was saying, I thought about it long and hard. Sat underneath the waterfall, my local waterfall, meditated for 17 hours straight. And I was like, do I really want to not? Because the opening movies are a lot of fun to watch. I remember the Umineko ones. I always loved those. But there's a lot of talk that these have spoilers in them. I even did outside research. I did some searching and some Googling. And it was like, oh, apparently it's a pretty common held belief that they contain spoilers for certain moments or characters or something. So, what I've decided, I don't know if it's just going to immediately play when I click this or whatever. I forget how it works. But when the opening movie starts, you're going to have to trust me. I'm going to close my eyes, but I'm not going to turn them off because I want the viewing experience. If you're like, I don't care about potential spoilers, I already know the story, or I don't care about spoilers, whatever comes, I'm going to watch it kind of thing. That's up to you. You get to do that. I personally will cover my eyes so that I am not spoiled. And I think that is the best outcome I could work out. Again, I will be, and then what I can do is when we finish the chapter, since obviously the playthroughs are recorded, I guess I can go watch the opening movie after that. Once I finish a chapter, I think I'm clear at that point. Whatever. I will be bummed that I'm missing them. I'll be bummed, but it is what it is. I'd rather not be spoiled, even potentially, by, albeit maybe a cool opening movie. So, is it just gonna start playing here right now? Is it this? Is it talking about this opening thing? Do I need to cover my eyes now? I'm covering now? Oh wait, no. I'm covering now! Ah! Oh hey, it's a different background though. Just like in Umineko. Alright, so welcome to chapter 2, Watanagashi. If I did this correctly on YouTube, like I said, what's probably going to happen is like around the 10 to 10:15 range. That tea party thing of chapter 1 should go on YouTube whenever it goes up. And then like 3 hours later or so, probably this will go up. So it'll be the same day, just broken up a little bit. That's the plan. Oh, let me see this. What's happening? Let's being typed. Spoilers contemplate only the respective chapters. Oh yeah, that's like a good question. So like, would I be good and safe watching the opening after like after the chapter is done? Like I said, like if I went back. Kaboom! Oh, we are so back in. Cotton drifting chapter. How was your taste of life in Hinamizawa? It was decent. A curse or conspiracy. Oh, Watanagashi, the most possibilities. A curse or conspiracy. I believe you have fully enjoyed everything and everyone seeming suspicious. Here at last. It is no surprise attack, but a real direct incident. Please enjoy it. The difficulty is lower than Onikakushi, but extremely vicious. Huh? The difficulty is lower than Onikakushi, but extremely vicious. I like the wording on that. I will not quench your thirst, for you seek the truth and cannot accept that. I will not quench your thirst, for the truth you desire does not exist, but I still want to quench your thirst, for I am the one who cast you into the desert. This is a work of fiction. Any resemblance to actual person or organization is just entirely coincidental. 1983, early summer of the 50th year of the Showa era. Oh fuck, I'll just have to listen to the music. My eyes are so closed right now. I'm digging the music at least. Yeah, the music was really good. Man, it pains me not to be able to watch that. It was very hard for me to just look the other way. Man. Ah. Oh, fucking bummer. Oh, the other thing I wanted to do, because I don't know if these, I did take, because I'm the master planner. I just wanted to make sure. Okay. The volumes for everything is the same as it was in the first chapter that I had set, which I think it was. So either I had it default or somehow it's able to tell that I had it set to here. Because I know in video games I generally tend to hit voice volume up higher, but that might be the default. Other thing I should really quickly check is the mod menu. Make sure, Yup. Lip sync console. Yup. Great. Perfect. Okay, everything's good. No, no disabling of the CGs here on my part. No. Me? Disabling CGs on accident? Impossible. Who would do such a thing? Anyone who does something like that, burned at the stake. Directly to jail. Alright. So did I miss all the spoilers there in that opening movie? The chirping of birds served as my alarm clock. Okay, we're back with Ketchy. So I have no, like I said, I don't know how these episodes, subsequent episodes are set up. I don't know if we're gonna do the same thing like Umineko where we revert back. If it's gonna be a slightly different telling, different perspective, different things happening. I'm very curious. Huh? Wasn't today Sunday? Wasn't it basically my style to stay up late on Saturday and sleep through the morning on Sunday? Why was I waking up at this disgustingly wholesome hour? Back to sleep. Back to sleep. Keiichi, are you awake? You have a phone call. At that moment, the sound of my mother calling me from downstairs finally registered. Oh, I didn't. The characters I didn't even say talk about in the any of the recap or whatever, or when I was asking about suspiciousness. Ketchy's parents, sketchy as hell, especially the dad. The dad I'm heavily scrutinizing here in chapter 2. I feel like the dad could be up to something weird. The mom is also not free from this. She's linked to him. Don't trust them at all either. Gotta put that out there. At that moment, the sound of my mother calling me from downstairs finally registered. Phone call? I sprang up out of bed abruptly and stampeded noisily down the stairs. See, it's not just character names that I flub and mispronounce. It's regular words too. How about a character that actually has a portrait like the teacher? I'm like so confident that the teacher's got to become like more of a important role in like these later episodes or chapters at some point, because she's got a portrait and she showed up like 2 or 3 times, and like sometimes she didn't even say things, she just was there. So my assumption is that her role evolves at some point soon, I would think. That's me, taking the tropes of, hey, you got to be some kind of important character if you're getting a character portrait in this, So yeah, lump the teacher in with the other adults. They're all sketchy as hell. They're all bad. Who else has a portrait in this? Oh yeah, the second investigator we got. Yeah, he's there. I would expect his role to somehow maybe potentially increase. Like I said, we got blonde lady. She was there quickly. She was in and out. I almost thought the principal, but I don't think he got a portrait. He just had a moment. He's awake. I'll put him on right now. My mother informed the person on the other end of the line. Hello? It's me. Who might this be? Morning, Kichi-kun. You're such a sleepyhead. Such a sleepyhead. Oh, Rina. What's up? Calling so early in the morning. I don't think it's so early. It's the middle of the day, It was 11 o'clock. I guess you could loosely consider that the middle of the day. So, what's up? Hold on a second. I'll put Mi-chan on now. Ohio, Ki-chan. If I were to say it in English, that would be good morning. While we're at it, why don't you try saying it in Chinese, German, and Russian as well? Ni hao, Ki-chan. Guten Morgen, Ki-chan. Russian? My best Russian. Du svidnya. Svidanya. How the hell should I know? Well, whatever. This stupid conversation has woken me up. That's good to hear. So, Ki-chan, you free right now? If you're good, then we got everybody. Everybody? Does she mean all the club members? That's right. You might be thinking, every day always ends in heated competition, but at least I can spend my day off peacefully. You're too naive, Ki-chan.
Hey.
Yeah. The aim of our club is to find the best solution for every situation. In other words, we don't care if it's the weekend. Oh, looks like Ki-chan has come to understand our club. So, how about it? Can you come? I had absolutely nothing planned that day. If I were to refuse Club President Mion's invitation, what other fun way to pass the time would I have? It's not like I planned on doing anything.
どんな罰ゲームを課せられるやら。
And if I said no, you'd probably just declare me the loser by default and force a penalty game on me anyways.
そこまで分かってるなら断れないよね。
If you understand that much, then you can't refuse, right?
もし OK ならいつもの待ち合わせ場所に1時集合。
If you're okay with it, then meet at the usual place at 1 o'clock.
街へ行くから自転車で来てね。
We're going into town, so bring your bike, okay? We're back to simpler times, it seems. Club activities in town? Well, we could do them anywhere. Besides, since it was a new venue, there's no way this wasn't going to be intense.
私、おとといの惜敗、かなり根に持ってるからね。
I'm holding a pretty big grudge from that narrow loss a couple days ago.
今日ははっきり言って、負けないよ。
I'll say it right now, I'm not going to lose. A couple of days ago was Friday's club activities. That uncompromising poker match. Flashback. It was a fight to the death. Nobody held back. Nobody could tell who was in the lead or who was last until all the points were tallied. In the end, I won by only 1 chip. Mion came in second. Damn it. To think, if I hadn't squandered that 1 chip. Mion lamented thus, perhaps more so than the fact she lost the match. Mion doesn't lose. That's why Mion only whined when she let the champion's throne slip through her fingers. That's why she was more frustrated than anybody over a close call. So, did she mean for today to be a grudge match?
ちょうどだ。
Bring it on!
おととい同様、一気に畳んで罰ゲームさせてやるぜ。
Just like last time, I'll shut you down and make you play that penalty game.
せいぜい自分がやらされても辛くない内容にしとくんだな。
Make sure you play in a way that you won't regret it when you lose.
そうこなくちゃ。
Wouldn't have it any other way.
潰しがいがないもんね。
It'll make it all the more better when I crush you. After that, we exchanged jeers for a bit before hanging up the phone. As I headed back upstairs hastily to get the key to my bike, I bumped into my mother as she was carrying a futon down.
あら、ケイチ。上機嫌みたいね。お出かけ？
Oh, Keiichi, you seem like you're in a good mood. Heading out?
そんなとこ。
Something like that.
俺、みんなと街に遊びに行ってくるから。
I'm going into town to play with everybody.
行ってらっしゃい。
Take care.
車に気をつけるのよ。
Watch out for traffic.
夕飯までには帰ってくるのよ。
Be back before dinner.
へいへい、ちゃんと帰ってくるって。
Yeah, I'll be back by then. After unlocking the chain from my bike in the garage, I reveled a bit in the resistance a slightly stiff pedal gave as I pushed on it. Alright, let's go. I set off on my bike, cutting through the refreshing morning air. Keiichi-kun!
遅いよ遅いよ。
You're late!
おう、待たせたな。
Sorry to keep you waiting.
あれ、さとことリカちゃんは？
Huh? Where are Satoko and Rika-chan?
あの二人はここで待ち合わせるより直接街で合流した方が早いよ。
Rather than meeting up with them here, it's a lot quicker to just meet up in town. Oh, I see. If I remember correctly, Satoko and Rika-chan's houses were on the other side past school.
そうそう。街で部活ってどういうことだよ。
Oh, yeah. What's up with doing club activities in town?
まさかみんなで覆面をして日が暮れるまでにいくつ銀行が襲えるかっていうのじゃねえだろうな。
Can't be that everybody's going to put on masks and rob banks all day, is it?
別にそれでもいいけど。
I wouldn't mind doing that.
それでも私は負けないけどね。
Even then, I wouldn't lose to you.
みーちゃんってね、なぜか現金輸送車の順路とか時間とかをいつもレナに教えてくれるんだよ。
You see, Michan always tells me the routes and schedules of the armored bank cars.
なんでだろうね、なんでだろうね。
I wonder why. What? I spun around with a serious look on my face and looked at Mion. Well, it certainly seemed possible that Mion was capable of doing that.
マジかよ、ミオン。
Seriously, Mion?
ま
Rina!
だ何言ってんの。
What are you saying?
みーちゃんごめんね、みーちゃんごめんね。
Sorry, Michan. Sorry. Two of them joked around. That bright laughter was the best match for a beautiful day like today.
おい、二人とも。
Hey, you two.
さとことリカちゃんが先に待ってるんだろ。
Satsuko and Rika-chan are waiting for us, aren't they?
じゃれてないで早く行こうぜ。
Let's stop fooling around and get going. Around and around, fooling about like two fluttering butterflies, I earnestly wished I could just keep watching them like this. Oh, it'd be a real shame if something bad were to happen, or a curse were to take place or something. But the 5 of us together would be absolutely more fun.
そうだね。じゃあ行こっか。
Oh, he's just more mentioning, like, in terms of, like, oh, if it was just us 3, whatever. Anyway, my point still stands. That's right. Well then, let's go.
目標は10億強奪。
The goal is to plunder 1 billion.
山分けしたらみんなで高飛びだぜ。
Once we split the loot, everybody scram. Yeah! Yeah. The 3 of us on our bikes headed over the gently sloping hill towards town. Accelerating hard, we crested the hill. Sorry, that's a bit rude, but how long are you planning on streaming today? Good question. Kind of depends. I want to try to end on like one of the nice like inner section breaks that they do in this. But it's not going to be like super long. I guess I've almost been live for almost an hour and a half. If I could get to like one of those clean breaks, like the first one we get to once we've hit after like 2 hours, if that makes sense. That's kind of where my head is at. I didn't want to like stream too long anyway tonight. So I would say tentatively one of the first clean breaks we get in the next once we hit the 2 hour mark, if that makes sense. The view expanded as Okinomiya Station came into sight. I occasionally can't come to the station here. Considering the amount of effort it takes to get here, though, it was quite a hassle. That's why I didn't know much about the area around the station, or Okinomiya itself, for that matter. The street we were headed down today was, of course, unfamiliar to me as well. Going through the railway crossing, we headed past the south end of the station.
こっち側は来るの初めてだな。
This is the first time I've been this way.
こっちにはね、ゲームセンターとかおもちゃ屋さんとかがいろいろあるの。
Around here, there's lots of things like arcades and toy stores.
みーちゃんが詳しいよ。
Micha knows a lot about it.
ゲーセンもあるのか。
So there's an arcade.
俺、前は結構通ってたからな。
I used to go to one pretty often.
ゲーマーの血がうずくぜ。
My gamer's blood roils within me.
ゲーセン通いなんて、ケイちゃん不良だね。
Always going to an arcade. Ki-chan, you're quite the delinquent.
今度来た時に案内してあげるよ。
Next time we're here, I'll show you where it is.
結構台数を揃えたいい店があるから。
It's a good one. There's quite a few machines. Seemed like the town of Okinomiya was Mion's stomping grounds. If I asked her, she could tell me a lot of things about it. Look at them just being friends. Ah, so much better than the terrible shit that ended up happening last chapter. Eventually we came across a store with quite a few bikes parked in front of it. Was this the arcade? No, it was a smaller shop. Looking at the window display, it seemed like your everyday toy shop. But for almost 10 kids to be filling in and out of the store, they were doing almost too well for themselves.
ひょっとしてあの店で今日何かイベントでもあるのか？
Could it be that store is having some sort of event today?
その通り。
Exactly!
優勝賞金は5万円。
Top prize is 50,000 yen.
5万円？
50,000?
なんだよそれ。
What the heck is that?
ケイチ王国の5年分の GNP に匹敵するぞ。
That's the GNP of the People's Republic of Kechi 5 times over. Two cute figures messing about the front of the store noticed us and waved their hands.
皆様方、
The babies. Hello, everybody!
お待ちしてましたよ。
We've been waiting for you.
おはようございますなのです。
Good morning.
おあ、
Hey!
おはようリカちゃん。
Morning, Rika-chan.
さあとこ、警察が来る前にケリをつけるぞ。
Satsuko, we'll settle this before the cops get here.
目標は10億強奪だ。
The goal is to plunder 1 billion.
ケイイチさんの話がわかりませんわ。
Huh? Kechi-san, I have no idea what you're talking about.
遅くなったかな。リカちゃんたちは今来たの？
Are we late? Did we keep you two waiting?
待ってましたですよ。
We finished early today, so we've been waiting a while.
そりゃ悪いことしたわ。
I'm sorry about that.
こっちはケイちゃんがなかなか来なくてさ。
Kei-chan here was taking his sweet time.
ケイイチでは仕方ありませんですよ。
Well, if it was Keiichi's fault, it couldn't be helped. Saying that, Rikichan stretched up and began patting Mion's head. Hey, wait a minute. Are you solving everything by making me the bad guy?
もちろん
Of course.
ケイイチさんでなくては務まらない大役でしたよ。
Who else but Keiichi-san could fill this important role? Oh! Ho, 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 ho.
実に嫌な大役だな。
I don't like being cast like that.
こんなので丸く収まると思ったら大間違いだぞ。
If you think that this will solve everything, you're sorely mistaken. I was feeling slightly irritated, so I began to repeatedly smack Satoko on the head. There you go. Like a radio program.
がぶった
Like I'm a Foley artist. Kechi-san hit me! Wah.
ケイイチにいじめられてかわいそうですよ。
It's such a shame that Keiichi's bullying you.
さとこちゃん泣いてる。
Oh, she's starting again. Satoko's crying. She's crying. We didn't get a lot of this towards the end of chapter 1. In a weird way, I was missing the, the cute overload.
お持ち帰り。
I'm taking her home.
悪い人はレナお姉ちゃんがやっつけてあげるからね。
Your big sis here will take care of the bad guy, okay? Wham! Rina ecstatically wiped the tears, which were probably fake, from Satoko's face while Rika-chan gently patted mine as I lay sprawled on the ground. Yes, this is fine.
うむ。
Yep,
やっぱりこれが正しい丸い収め方だよな。
this is the way things are supposed to be solved.
前歯が欠ける前に新しいオチを探した方がいいと思うけどね。
Although, I think we should find a new punchline before you start losing teeth. Well then, ups a daisy. In any case, the greeting for today went well. Inside the toy shop, there were about 10 boys around the same age as me. Apparently they all knew Mion. Finding out that she had arrived, they greeted her with jeers a few at a time.
みーちゃんはこのおもちゃ屋さんの常連なの。
Mi-chan is a regular at this toy shop,
だから友達もすっごく多いの。
so she has a lot of friends.
おもちゃ屋の常連って何なんだ？
A regular at a toy shop? What's up with that?
ほらケイチさん、奥をご覧なさいませ。
Hey, Kichi-san, take a look back here. Following Satoko's prompting, I took a look. There were chairs lined up at tables, almost like some sort of birthday party. I realized it immediately.
まさかこれって部活の会場なのか？
It couldn't be. This is the venue for today's club activities?
驚いたかいケイちゃん。
Surprised, Ki-chan?
私この店のおじさんと仲良しでね。
I'm good friends with the owner here.
たまに客寄せイベントってことでゲーム大会を開かせてもらってるんだよ。
He sometimes lets me hold game tournaments to expand his customer base. Expand his customer base. I see. Meaning, all the boys livening up the place were participants?
そうなの。
That's right.
いつもは5人だけど、今日はもっともっと大勢での部活なんだよ。
Normally it's just us 5, but today we're gonna play with lots and lots of people. Rina was innocently happy about being able to play with so many people, but my expression grew noticeably stern.
ケイチさんの考えてること、手に取るように分かりましたよ。
Keiichi-san, I know exactly what you're thinking.
ほ
Oh?
う。じゃあ試しに行ってみようか。
Well then, why don't you try saying it?
言うぞ。せーの。
Oh, together, okay? 1, 2... These are all enemies! Satoko's voice and mine blended together in harmony. We looked over at the participants. After all, top prize was 50,000 yen. My eyes lit up like a flame.
ね、ケイちゃん。
Hey, Ki-chan.
今日は楽しめそうでしょ。
It looks like today will be fun.
まあな、
Well,
ライバルが何人増えようが狙うものに変わりはないさ。
no matter how many more rivals I have, goal's still the same.
ライバル？
Rivals?
はあ、ケイちゃん。
Kei-chan.
クジラが水を飲むとき、今飲んだ水の中に何匹シラスが混じっていたか、いちいち数えてると思う？
Do you think a whale keeps track of all the krill it eats? She said that in an unpleasant voice, laughing with the aggressive glint in her eyes reserved solely for club activities. Damn it, Mion. She's as serious as she can get today.
本気なのは私だけじゃないよ。
I'm not the only one who's serious.
ほら、リカちゃんを見てごらんよ。
Take a look at Rika-chan. Mion pointed, looking at where her finger directed me.
なんだありゃ。
What the heck is that? Rika-chan was using those kinds of traits to soften up the group with an almost excessive pleasantness.
僕も頑張るのですよ。
I'm also going to do my best.
ファイト王なのです。
Go for it! Yay!
ファイト
Go for it! Yay! Completely emasculated, the group joined Rika-chan in a cheer. The inside of the store had been consumed by the world of Rika-chan. Wait, was it? Yeah, the world. Okay, damn. She's already chomping at the bit.
今日は楽しくなりそうだね。
It seems like today's going to be fun.
頑張るよ。
I'm going to do my best. Ha! It seemed that Rina was also unusually fired up by the large crowd. Hopping about and running around, she had entered entirely into cute mode. In Rina's case, the real fun starts when her tension gauge fills up. Her happy-go-lucky attitude belied the fact that this was the state in which she was the most threatening. Mion was making small talk with some of the regular customers she was acquainted with. It was like business as usual with her. Of course, if anybody thought that Mion looked ordinary, they were not qualified to be in our club. The shadow beneath her feet was exuding killer instinct, rising up like a chill wind.
ミヨンめ、恥も外聞も捨てるくらいに本気だな。
Damn it, Mion. Throwing away her honor and humanity like that. She's serious.
ケイチさん知らないんですの？
Kechi-san, didn't you know?
賞金の5万円、ミオンさんの自腹でしたよ。
The 50,000 yen prize is from Mion-san's own pockets. What? She was putting out the 50,000 yen all by herself? At that moment, a dark miasma that warped Mion's surroundings began to appear.
ん？
Hmm?
何？ケイちゃん。
What is it, Ki-chan?
私の顔に何かついてる？
Don't already start with this. Not this early. Is there something on my face? Eep. 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 A shiver crept up my spine. That Mion, cornering herself like that, she was pulling out the demon lurking within her. Fine with me. Damn it, my knees are shaking like crazy. Before I realized it, the store had filled up with even more people. However, the looks in their eyes weren't confrontational. They were looks of expectation and curiosity. They were the eyes of onlookers who were wondering what kind of match was going to occur and who was going to win.
最高の舞台じゃねえ
Couldn't ask for a better stage than this.
か。面白くなってきやがったぜ。
This is getting interesting.
ケイチ君、
Chicken!
頑張ろうね。
Let's do our best, okay?
頑張ろうね。
Do our best! Oh! Rina was already fully charged. Mortal laws and common sense held no power before the might of Rina in her cute mode. I definitely didn't want to fight her, if possible.
リカちゃん、頑張れ！
Damn, Rika's got the whole crowd for her. Rika-chan, do your best!
僕たちを応援してるよ！
We're all cheering you on!
はい、
Okay,
頑張りますですよ。
I'll do my best. Rika-chan, who was exuding way too much charm no matter how you looked at it, had already won over most of the onlookers to her side. Nonchalantly avoiding things had always been Rika-chan's creed, but for her to be blatantly laying out her machinations like this, something was definitely strange. Like Rina, she was somebody who I didn't want to fight if I could help it.
もちろん一番戦いたくないのはミオンさんですけどね。
Of course, the one you don't want to fight the most is Mion-san.
何度か部活で奴と視線をくぐったが
I've been lucky to even leave alive more than a few times at the end of club activities, but
今日ほどヤバいと思う日はないぜ。
I don't think there was a day that even came close to being this dangerous.
ミオンさん、一昨日のポーカーで負けたの相当根に持ってるみたいでしたよ。
Mion-san seems to have developed quite the grudge after losing that poker match a few days back, you know?
らしいな。
Seems that way.
つまり今日はミオンの復讐のための特設部隊ってわけだ。
In other words, today is just an elaborate stage for her revenge. Almost as though she were psychic, Mion turned towards us. Her eyes silently conveyed the message. You guys just figured that out now? It wasn't just Mion, both Rina, and Rika-chan were more pumped up than they'd ever been. Yeah, one's gonna pop up today. Without a doubt, there will be casualties.
私とケイチさんがなんとなく置いてきぼりですわね。
It seems that somehow Keshi-kun and I are the only ones left.
いかがでございましょう。
What do you think?
なんでしたらスマートに初戦をお手合わせ願えませんかしら。
Should we not have our match during the opening round?
そうしよっか。
Might as well.
俺もエンジンがかかるまで鳴らしをし。
I need to warm up before I can really kick it into gear. My spinal column shuddered like it had been struck by a bolt of lightning, and like a pillar of ice was being jammed into it, began to freeze. I could almost see the flames backlighting Satoko with their intensity. Even then, while Satoko was displaying a normal smile, it was cold and inhuman, almost as if it were a plastic mask. Heh.
そんなに俺を初戦で消したいかよ。
You must really want to eliminate me in the opening round.
殺気が隠せてないぜ。
You can't hide that murderous intent.
あら残念ですわね。
Oh, that's too bad.
ケイチさんにしてはなかなか慎重でしたよ。
You're being uncharacteristically cautious today, Kechi-san. Ah, bop, 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 bop. Without a doubt, it was a trap. I don't know what she had up her sleeve. Silly Kechi, she doesn't have sleeves. List of jokes. But if I fought with Satoko during the opening round, my loss would be more certain than if I went against Mion. A pitch-black miasma permeated the inside of the store. Did they all want to win that 50,000 yen prize that much? No, that's not right. The only ones competing for the prize money were the casual participants. I was different. I had mistaken this as just a way to fool around on a normal Sunday. Didn't matter when it was, or what it was, or where it was, or who our opponents were. In our club, the goal was always the very top of the mountain. An intense flame that no strong winds could extinguish, hot enough to melt any steel, began to burn inside me. The fuse had been lit on this unprecedentedly intense club battle. It was then that the owner of the store told Mion in a lackadaisical voice that it was about time to begin.
みんないいかな。
Is everybody ready?
慶長慶長。
Listen close now. Mion began with the formalities, standing in for the owner, explained the rules of today's tournament. You're only playing to win. There's no second or third place. That's the same rule as our club. There were 15 people participating. We were split up into 5 groups via draw, and each group would have 1 winner. Each winner in the first stage would advance to the next in order to compete in the final.
さて、各卓の競技方法なんだけど、
Now, as for how each group will compete,
これは各卓で好きに決めていいよ。
each table can decide to play whatever they want.
このお店にあるゲームなら何を使っても OK。
As long as the game is here in the shop, anything goes. Already in club mode DEFCON 1, I didn't let the small gap in the rules go unnoticed.
ミオン、質問いいか。
Mayon, can I ask a question?
みんな自分の得意ゲームを主張して決まらないんじゃねえのか。
Won't everybody push to play a game they're good at and not be able to agree on which one?
は
Oh,
あ、そうだね。
that's right.
決まらないと始められないね。
If we can't decide, we can't start. Spectators also nodded along. It was only natural. There wasn't anybody who would simply cede to their opponent's suggestion.
紳士的に決めてほしいけど、そういう時は店のマスターが決めるってのでいい？
I'd prefer it if you were all good sports and managed to come to a decision on your own, but if it comes to a stalemate, should we have the store's owner decide for you? It was an event at a toy store after all. You'd expect the owner to referee. After that, Myeon's rundown continued. It ended with the rule that any losing participants would have to buy the game they lost at. A rather nice proposition for the store. First, we used a draw to split into 5 groups. Everybody lined up single file and began to draw tickets the shop owner had prepared. It was my turn. Alright, time to draw. No matter who I was up against, I'd crush him. At that moment, Myeon began to laugh with a hawkish gleam in her eyes.
当然わかってると思うけど、部活メンバーには一般参加者とは別に罰ゲームがつくからね。
Of course, I'm sure you already know, but club members will have a separate penalty game than the casual participants.
そんなことだろうと思ったぜ。
I thought as much.
内容はなんだ？
What's the gist of it?
勝者が敗者一人一人に1個命令。
The winner gets to give the losers 1 order each. Contrary to how simple it sounded. It was a terrifying eventuality, the subject of which no one could predict. Damn you, Myeon. Was she really planning on parading me around Hinamizawa in cat ears in a banana hammock with a tail attached or something? God, I can only hope. The look on Myeon's face told me she wasn't going to let me off that easy. On top of that, this time it wasn't just the person who finished last who would have to submit to the penalty game.
敗者一人一人に命令。つまりビリでなくても罰ゲームってことだな。
The losers get 1 order each. In other words, even if you don't finish last, you still have to do a penalty game.
そういうこと。
That'd be the case.
勝者がない場合は
What about if there's no winner?
部活メンバーが全員途中で脱落したらお流れか？
Like, if all the club members drop out midway through.
ケイちゃん、脳みそは元気？
Kei-chan, are you all right in the head?
何？
What? The look in Myeon's eye became that of a lion baring its fangs.
我が部の再生映画、どう間違ったらこんなひよこども相手に負けるっての？
How exactly are the elite members of our club going to lose to some mewling newborns?
ケイちゃん、
Kei-chan,
初戦で消えて、私に恥かかさないでよ。
don't embarrass me by getting eliminated in the first round. Even so, I didn't feel threatened. The more into it my opponent was, the stronger I would become.
見てろ。
You just wait and see.
ただミオンにいじめられてたわけじゃないってことは見せてやるぜ。
I won't just sit here and be bullied by you, Myeon. I'll show you.
会おうね。
We shall meet
決勝で。
in the finals. The results of the draw were enough to make you cry conspiracy. All the members of the club were nicely divvied up amongst the 5 tables. How did this happen when the draw was at random? It wasn't. So the fucking someone was setting it up. The store owner or Myeon somehow messed with the results. The thought that I was already caught in Myeon's puppet strings made me feel uneasy. I was fine though. I'll crush all your petty tricks. Now, where were my opponents? Everyone was headed to the table corresponding to the number on their ticket. Oh, we got some new character portraits. Surely they're important. The competition at my table was these 2, huh? They look younger than me. Huh?
あれ？お前ら学校のクラスメイトだよな。
Aren't you 2 classmates of mine?
あ、どうも。
Oh, hi.
富田です。
I'm Tomida.
彼は岡村です。
This is Okamura. Okamura-kun agreed to me by nodding his head. So my opening round was to be against my juniors from school. Just saying, but it seemed like a pretty easy matchup. Time to beat the hell out of them. These little kids, these little punks. Lucky. Time to destroy them without mercy. Exactly. Get them. Alright then, everybody.
それぞれに対戦ゲームを決めて始めてちょうだい。
Please decide on your games and start. With Myeon's declaration, the inside store suddenly became lively. Everybody was yelling their favorite games at each other, trying to gain an advantage before they started. Even my two classmates, who seemed taciturn at first glance, began to fiercely insist on their own games as soon as a signal was given. Of course, I would kick those suggestions aside. There's absolutely no reason to pick a game your opponent was good at.
悪いな。どれも知らないゲームなんだ。
Sorry, they're all games I don't know.
もっと知名度の高いやつにしてくれ。
That'd be like, the equivalent today would be like, if I was to like somehow get into this competition, and there was a bunch of little kids, and they're like, alright, Austin, we're gonna choose Fortnite. And I'd be like, I've never played Fortnite, sorry, we're not playing Fortnite, fuck you. I refuse. Could you pick something a little more well-known? Of course, they didn't agree to the games I suggested either. I could only smirk bitterly. Naturally, after 5 minutes, this table still couldn't agree on a game. Obeying the rules, we asked the store owner to decide on a game. Now, if the store owner was smart here, he would pick whatever game he would pick would be the most expensive thing, so he can make a bigger sale. Because the loser pays for the game, right? Just gotta make the most money. Keep this business afloat. Clearing his throat, the shop owner brought over a board game from the back of the store. It was a game called a Billionaire. Quite the vintage we have here. Come to think of it, if you lose, you have to buy this game. That damn shop owner, was he using this competition to get rid of all the games he couldn't sell? Ah, shit, I was right. I was so right.
これなら俺も知ってるよ。
I know this one.
二人も知ってるよな。
You guys do too, right?
ルーレットを回してゴールを目指す。
Spin the wheel and head to the goal?
最後に生産して一番お金を持ってるやつが勝ちだ。
Whoever has the most money after you liquidate our assets is the winner. Oh, it's just like life, the game of life. A classic. The two nodded in agreement, and finally the game was underway. At that time, I already had a feeling of impending crisis. I wouldn't realize why until the game progressed a little, or a bit.
1、2、3、4。
1, 2, 3, 4.
出産祝いをもらう。
Celebrate the birth of your child.
全員から5000ドルもらう。
Receive $5,000 from everybody.
悪いね。
Sorry. No, Ketchy. Sorry is a different game. You fool. Okay. I built a bit of a lead.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8と。
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
ボーナス。
Bonus!
銀行から10万ドルもらう。
Receive 100,000 from the bank. Dollars from the bank. What? The tables were turned in an instant.
1、2、3。
1, 2, 3.
出世コースに進む。
Proceed to the corporate ladder course. Whoa, that's a good route. Seemed like only my piece was landing on the steady spaces. I had doubts as to why Mion couldn't bring out board games for club activities, but that reason was laid bare to me before my eyes. That's right. I'd only realized it now. This game was completely based on luck. What could I possibly do to make sure I end up in the first place at the end? The ultimate outcome of this game was deciding a place beyond human hands. How were the other club members doing? I just naturally wandered off to the other tables. Mion's table was... what? They weren't doing anything. Had they still not decided on a game? This naive idea existed to distract me from the most frightening possibility. Mion was lounging about, leisurely holding some juice she bought from the vending machine outside in one hand. When our eyes met, she gave me a look of ease. Couldn't be. She'd already finished? What game was it? That easily? It was probably too late to be concerned with that at this point. Only 5 minutes since we started, and our two opponents are already beyond recourse. They were sitting there, slumped over in disappointment. Muttering to themselves, trying to figure out whether they went wrong. For that, they'd find no answer. Was there any reason for their defeat other than they sat at the same table as Mion? She's just too damn good! Then, what about Rena's table? Spectators were causing quite a commotion. It looked like their game was Karuta. The shop owner was apparently the one reading out the cards. Rina tended to dawdle along and space out a lot. Wouldn't she have a hard time with this game?
じゃあ読みますよ。
Then I'll read it out.
犬も歩けばくたびれる。
I didn't get to read. The dog gets tired on a walk. BAM! At the same instant the shop owner began sending out the words, the card in question disappeared off the face of the table. No, the face of the earth. Impossible. Where did it go? It was against Rina's cheek. She was rubbing it there. Oh, so cute. I'm taking it home. Looking at the card, Rina was rubbing against her cheek. It was some anime-themed version of Karuta, with rather cute moe illustrations decorating the cards. Basically, it was a picture of a pretty dog girl with a slightly large chest, panting and half in tears as she was being pulled along on a chain. With those types of pictures, even I could play with godlike speed. Of all people to play that game, it had to be Rina. It was entirely possible that her fingertips were on the verge of breaking the sound barrier.
決まったね。
It's over. Mion smiled coolly. Saying no further reason to keep watching, she turned back. So cute, so cute. Even if Rina wins, I'll still buy these cards. I'm taking them home. How? After that, the second the cards started being read out, BAM! BAM! Such decisive sounds echoed. Well then, how about Satoko? Oh, she's playing a rather orthodox game. Concentration. Judging from the distressed look on Satoko's face, seems she was struggling somehow. One of the main characteristics of concentration is that the pace of the game speeds up as it goes on. As the number of cards to memorize decreases, it becomes easier to match several pairs in a row. It wouldn't be exaggeration to say that the first person to take over the flow of the match can run away as the winner. The cards still in play had decreased. If you memorize the cards that have been turned over before, you should have a good chance to sweep the table at this point. Satoko probably knew the positions of all the remaining cards. However, her turn came a little too late. If her opponent followed up, the match would be decided.
北条、悪いけど、僕も優勝賞金を狙ってるんだ。
Hojo, sorry, but I'm also aiming for the prize money.
悪く思うなよ。
Don't hate me for this. This guy, did he have the locations of the remaining cards memorized? He was completely certain of his victory. The tension on his face relaxed.
決まったな。
It's over. I whispered that in a bored manner as I turned my attention back to my own game. I spun the wheel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What?
そんな。
No way.
確かにここはハートのエース。
The Ace of Hearts should have been here. There was a commotion at Satoko's table as a shout rang out. The other two at my table turned around in surprise. I didn't. After all, there really wasn't anything to be surprised about. The onlookers were confounded, most of them certain that the Ace of Hearts should have been there. There's no way. I must be seeing things. It must have been because I was excited. So assured in his victory, the distress over his defeat ran deep. That's how it was. If his opponent wasn't Satoko, then the Ace of Hearts certainly would have been there. What a fool. When you're up against Satoko, you can't let your guard down for a moment until the battle is over. Kechi-san, you still haven't finished your match? You have no sense for these things. With a refined tone of voice reserved for only winners, Satoko called out to me. For the casual observer, it must have looked like she only eked out a victory. From my point of view, however, she was only playing around. The roles of winner and loser had already been decided. It was nothing more than child's play. The laughable part about it was that her opponent didn't know his role had already been assigned.
やるじゃねえか。
Nice work there.
ハートのエースなんておしゃれな罠をかけやがって。
Setting up a farce of a trap with the Ace of Hearts? My opponent only walked into one of my traps. Even then, one was more than enough. Satoko was a trapper. Her true talent was never having one misfire. Setting off only one trap was more than enough. Ain't that cool. She's so cool. The fact that the other club members were winning one after another with their own brand of play only added to my impatience as my own lack of progress. Oh, right. How was Rika-chan doing? How was our club's sly little fox doing? What the heck is that? Over in the corner, the mood at the table was decidedly different from the others. The game at Rika-chan's table was... You know that battery-powered fishing game? The one where the fish open and close their mouths as they rotate on the platform, and use a magnetic fishing rod to pick them up? That old thing. Seemed they planned on competing by seeing who could catch the most fish, but it had become an atmosphere you could hardly call competitive. Oh, this is adorable.
わあ、釣れましたですよ。
Wow, I caught one.
うまいうまい。
You're so good.
リカちゃんうまいよ。
Rika-chan, you're good at this.
おっとっと、また釣られちゃったよ。
Oh my, she caught another one.
リカちゃんはうまいな。
Rika-chan is really good at this. I knew that Rika-chan had already charmed her opponents, along with the onlookers, before the matches had even begun, but brilliantly played. That corner had become an informal meeting of the Rika Furude fan club.
リカちゃんの圧勝だよ。
It's Rika-chan's total victory!
圧勝だよ。
Total victory!
リカちゃん、お魚釣りうまいんだね。
Rika-chan's good at fishing, isn't she?
リカちゃんが釣ってるのは多分魚じゃないと思うな。
What Rika-chan is trolling for probably isn't fish. Hearing that, she glanced over my way briefly. This is my way of getting serious. That's what I heard.
リカにしかできない、リカだから許される大技ですわね。
This is a masterful technique that only Rika is allowed. Only Rika can do. Yeah, a masterful technique.
前原さんの番ですよ。
Maibara-san, it's your turn.
ああ、すまんすまん。
Oh, sorry.
俺の番か。
Guess it is.
1、2、
1, 2,
脱税の追徴課税。
fined for tax evasion.
5万ドル支払う。
Pay $50,000. In contrast, my game, what an unseemly situation this was. Noticing the uneasiness creeping across my face, my companions came to see how I was doing.
あれ、ケイチ君、ひょっとして苦戦かな？苦戦かな？
Huh? Keshi-kun, could it be you're struggling? You're struggling?
岡村、
Okamura.
あなた
Okamura.
今いくらぐらい持ってますですの？
Right now, how much money do you have? Okamura, who had wrung lots of money out of the elite course, began to count through a stack of white $100,000 bills.
98万ちょいくらいかな。
About 980,000, I guess.
富田はどれくらいお金持ちですか？
How much money do you have, Tomita?
うん、僕は88万ドル。
I have 880,000.
まだまだ逆転できる位置だね。
I'm still close enough to turn this around. Those two look like they could easily surpass $1 million.
で、ケイちゃんはいくら持ってんの？
Well, Kishan, how much do you have? Mion's tone of voice was grim from the get-go. It was her disappointment and disgust as club president.
仕方ねえだろ。
It can't be helped.
このゲーム、ルーレット回す以外に何も作戦がないんだぜ。
There's no strategy involved other than spinning the wheel in this game.
イカ様があるとしたらなんだよ。二人に目をつぶって100数えてもらって、その隙にルーレットに細工でもするのか？そんなのできるわけねえだろ。
How am I supposed to cheat? Tell those two to close their eyes and count to 100 while I break the wheel? You know there's no way I could do that. Rika-chan gently pet my head. Still, she wasn't too happy.
ブー様ですわね。
How pathetic.
一度は好敵手と思ったのに。
At one point, I thought you'd be a worthy adversary.
幻滅でしたよ。
I've been utterly disillusioned.
投げちゃダメだよ。
Cold.
ケイチ君。
Cold from her. Don't give up, Kechi-kun.
何か逆転があるはずだよ。
There has to be some way to make a comeback.
頑張ろう。
Do your best.
最後まで頑張ろう。
Right till the end. Like I said, how am I supposed to make a comeback with this game relying entirely on luck? right? Mion? Mion's face, however, was almost unbelievably indifferent, like she was watching something completely unexciting. She then turned her back without saying a word.
おいミオ
Hey, me... It was a pathetic voice that irked even myself.
失望したよ。
I'm disappointed.
みんな本気なのに。ケイちゃんだけは本気になってくれなかったね。
Everybody was serious about this, but Ki-chan was the only one who wasn't.
本気ってなんだよ
What do you mean by serious?
気合でルーレットの目をコントロールしろってのかよ
Are you telling me to control the spinner through sheer force of will? Yeah, just like Heart of the Cards, you should be doing Heart of the Wheel. Every spin should be... You should bend with your will.
そんなのできるかよ
How can I do that?
本気のケイちゃんなら、そのゲームでも開始10秒で蹴りをつけてたね。
If you're serious about it, you would have settled this game 10 seconds from where you started.
みーちゃん、そんなに怒ることないよ。
Mi-chan, you don't have to get so angry.
待ってよ。
Wait. Mion, in a bad mood, cast me aside and disappeared in the depths of the shop. Gosh, she's not angry, she's just disappointed, I think. Maybe it was because it had become an awkward situation, but the spectators dispersed from around my table. Damn it. Are you saying I'm not serious about this? Are you saying if I were serious, I would have settled this game a chance at 10 seconds? If I were serious, everyone was praying for my victory. They believed in me. Did I betray their expectations? Was it because I wasn't serious? Ugh.
ゲーム進めます？
Should we continue the game? The two of them were timidly trying to resume play. I didn't respond to that. The table sunk into silence. Oh, it's awkward.
前原君は投了でいいかな。
Maiburu-kun, should I take that to mean you're giving up? The owner, thinking I was forfeiting, started to announce the calculation of the game. At that moment, the demon inside me let loose a howl. Ow! And awakened. He's got that she-wolf in him. I get it now, Mion. What it means for me to be serious. I'll show you! Spin that damn wheel. Bam! I clamped my hands on their shoulders, speaking in a low voice after pulling them closer.
富田君
Tomita-kun,
岡村君
Okamura-kun,
取引しよ
let's make a deal.
う俺を勝たせろ
Let me win. Yeah, just ask, beg and plea for victory from them, from these children. The two of them, not immediately understanding what I had just said or the meaning behind it, were momentarily confused.
前原さん、暴力はなしですよ。
Hey, Maiburu-san, no violence.
ちゃんとゲームで勝敗を。
Let's settle this game properly.
話は最後まで聞け
Just listen to what I have to say.
お前らの望みは何だ
What is it you guys want?
優勝して5万円か
The 50,000 yen prize?
そりゃそうですよ。
Well, of course.
5万なんて大金。二度とないチャンスですよ。
Winning that kind of money is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
仮に優勝したとして
Even supposing you
お
win.
前らその5万で何をする
What are you going to do with that money?
どんな楽しみ方をする
How are you going to enjoy it? The two of them considered it briefly.
新しいゲーム買うとか、
Buy a new game or something?
お菓子とか、
Snacks?
ジュースとか。
Maybe some juice?
小せえ小せえ
That's petty. So petty.
バカかお前ら
Are you guys stupid?
じゃあ、前原さんが勝ったら、どんな楽しみ方があるって言うんですか。
Then, how will you enjoy it if you win, Maiburu-san?
俺か
Me?
そこが本題だ
That's the point.
今から言うことを黙って聞け
Just shut up and listen to what I have to say. We club members have a penalty game separate from the casual participants. If we lose, we have to obey a single command from the winner. From another point of view, the winner earns the prize of being able to order the other club members around.
まず富田君君は里子萌えだよな
First of all, Tomita-kun, you like Satoko, right?
否定すんな
Don't deny it.
そして岡村君
Next, Akamura-kun.
君はリカ萌えだな
You like Rika, right?
赤くなるな
Don't turn red! I drew the two of them, red-faced and conscious of whether anybody else heard what I just said, even closer.
美少女
Lollies.
萌え
Moe.
男の推薦男のロマン
Oh boy, what men covet, what men dream about.
例えるなら永遠にたどり着けないエデンの園
It's like an unreachable Garden of Eden.
だけど目指すんだろ
Even then, you'd still aim for it, wouldn't you?
それは俺たちのハートに熱い魂が燃えよと叫ぶからだ
That's because our passionate souls scream for Moe! A sensitive age where you couldn't say you liked the girl you liked. Understanding that gave me all the more power.
俺が優勝したら富田君
Tomatsu-kun, if I win...
佐藤を一日首輪付きで君の妹にしてあげよう
Oh no. No, 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 no. I'll make Satoko wear a collar and be your little sister for a day. A red fountain spewed from both of Tomatsu-kun's nostrils. Great.
そして岡村君
Also, Akamura-kun,
君には猫耳リカちゃんに手綱をつけてお散歩させてあげよう
I'll put cat ears on Rika-chan and let you take her out for a walk on a leash. Blood erupted from the vein in Akamura-kun's forehead.
そんなことそんな
Hubba 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 hubba. That.
うろたえるな
Don't be shy.
お前たちは俺に無理やり付き合わされたことにすればいいんだ
Just pretend I forced you to go along with me.
前原先輩のわがままの犠牲者なだけいやいやでいいんだよ分かってるお前たちの胸の内は全部分かってる
Got the energy radiating from Kechi. You two are simply sacrifices to Maibara Senpai's whims. You can pretend to be against it. I understand. I know everything that your hearts desire. Then, I suddenly lowered the tone of my voice.
俺は灰色の学校生活を送ってきた
My school life was very bleak.
それがどんなにつまらなく人生の大切な時間を浪費したことになるのか身をもって知った
I know with my very body how foolish it is to waste such an important time in your lives.
だから後輩のお前たちには
So, to you, my juniors,
そんな時間を過ごしてほしくないんだよ
I don't want you to live your lives like that.
自分に素直になれ
Be honest with yourselves.
夢を追え
Chase your dreams.
そして叶えろ
Fulfill them.
俺が叶えてやる
I'll fulfill them for you.
俺がだ
I will! It was this moment that the values of men bridged generations. My son. Did I ever have a mentor who ever spoke my mind for me so strongly? Never. There was no way there was. That's because in a man's lifetime, you only have 3 fateful encounters. That valuable first time was being experienced right this moment with these two. Oh my god.
じゃあいいな
It's fine then?
行くぞ
Let's do it.
せーの
1, 2, 3.
ゲーム終了
Game over! Gamma Ovar. It was such an assertive declaration of the game's ending that everybody in the store turned and looked. It had been less than 3 minutes since I was on the verge of forfeit, and all the spectators were certain of my loss.
ケイチさんどうなりましたの
Kechi-san, what happened?
勝敗は
Who won?
俺の完全勝利だ
It was my complete victory.
なんですって
What did you say?
あの状況どうやってひっくり返しましたの
Exactly how did you overcome that situation?
家庭なんか必要ないよな
There's no need to explain what happened.
男と男の決着だよな
It was a gentleman's agreement.
ああみんな
Right, guys?
うわー
Yes, sir! The two of them, stifling tears of gratitude, answered strongly from the bottom of their hearts. exactly what kind of miracle occurred here. During those 3 minutes, the spectators all looked away from my utter disadvantage.
やったよケイイチくん。わーい。
You did it! You did it, Keshi-kun! Yay! The spectators were puzzled at how I was able to so quickly overcome that hopeless situation. That guy. Is he able to control the spinner wheel with his eyes or something? It's a miracle! What devilry is this? He's in cahoots with that Mion, you know? There's no doubt he had some strange trick up his sleeve. I looked at the crowd, who couldn't help but be excited, out of the corner of my eye. Now fully awakened and in battle mode, I let out a derisive laugh.
これが俺の本気ってことだよ。
So this is what it means for me to be serious.
ミオ。
Mion?
遅えっての。
You took your sweet time. Baring our fangs at each other, we laughed together in a most unsightly fashion.
じゃあこれで部活メンバーが全員1回戦突破ですわね。
With this, all the club members have cleared the first round then.
ということは今度はみんなで対決だね。対決だね。
Which means, this time, it's a match against everybody. A match!
僕はもう賞金で買うものを決めていますです。
I've already decided what I'm going to buy with the prize money.
もちろんですわ。
That's only natural.
ね
Right? Satoko and Rina smiled, sneered at each other. These guys. Do they really think they can win against Kechi Maibara when he gets serious?
ミオ。
Mion,
失敗だったな。
that was a mistake.
お前はさっき俺に助言すべきじゃなかったぜ。
You shouldn't have offered me advice just now.
ひよこが。
What a mewling newborn you are.
私に勝つなんて100万光年早いって。
You're a million light years too early to think you can win against me.
ミオ。
Mion,
光年は距離の単位だぞ。
light years are a measure of distance. Oh, she's embarrassed. She's embarrassed.
どうするのみーちゃん。
What are we doing, Mi-chan?
5人でどう戦うのかな
How are the 5 of us going to face off?
かな。
How?
さーて。
Well, now.
これだけ豪華な面々が揃ったんだからね。
We have such a splendid lineup.
今日という日を急ぐのが惜しいよ。
It'd be a waste to rush things.
みーの言ってる意味が難しいです。
Mi is saying something complicated again.
まさかてめえ。
It couldn't be. Why you? Mion's hair flowed elegantly, almost like a cape, as she turned her back to the table.
今日の勝負を部長園崎美音が預からせてもらうよ。
As for today's contest, I, Club President Mion Sonozaki, will reserve judgment for now.
勝負方法と日時は未定。
The method and time are yet undecided.
ギャラリーは多い方がいいね。
The more spectators, the better.
南沢も沖宮も全ての人間の目の前で。
It should be in front of everybody from Hinamizawa and Okinomiya.
これ以上ないくらい徹底的な決着をつけてあげるよ。
By then, we'll know the best way to finally settle things.
逃げる気ですの
Are you running away from this?
いくらみおさんでも卑怯ですことよ。
This is too unfair, even for you, Mion-san.
ひよこが
You newborn.
生かされたことにまだ気づかんか。
Do you still not realize what has happened? The combative aura billowing out of Mion's body formed a barrier, stopping Satoko's advance.
また会いましょう。
We'll meet again.
せいぜい首でも洗っとくことね。
Prepare yourself for your inevitable defeat. With a shrill laugh, Mion left the store. After a moment of silence, the crowd erupted into cheers. When will they resume the contest? Mion's serious. The other members did great too. That new guy, Maibara, he's got some strange power. He turned the tables in an instant. Together they say Maibara-san.
絶対優勝してくださいよ
You've got to win. Now that was something I wanted to bring up. Like they let him win so that he could in the hopes that he would win the final round, right? He's gonna have two very pissed off kids at him if he chokes in the finals.
おう
Yeah.
ミオンなんざ逆さにしてサンズの川に叩き込んでやるぜ
Although I guess part of his argument was, hey, what are you two dumb kids gonna do with that money anyway? You guys don't have anything to spend it, you know, anything worthwhile to spend it on. So he's like, that's a small price to give up for the possibility that I can make the girls do your bidding, or whatever the weird fucking thing he said was. Ketch says, yeah, I'll dunk someone like Mion headfirst in the river Styx for ya. The part of the crowd that had apparently overheard the covenant between Tomita-kun, Akamura-kun, and myself erupted into a cheer again. Mion's going to win anyways. She's the undefeated empress. I'm betting on Mion. No, it's going to be Rina with that ungodly speed. Satoko the trap artist. Rika the siren. Yeah, cool nicknames. It may be a long shot, but it'll be Maibara. However, right now, I had no ear for those cheerful voices. Setting the stage for this huge match and then running away like that, I was going to forgive Mion. Outside the store, Mion was getting on her bike as the shop owner was seeing her
逃
off.
げるなミオン
Don't run away, Mion!
部長なら逃げるな
If you're the club president, don't run!
俺と戦え
Fight me! Debate me, bro.
ごめんケイちゃん、私これからバイト。
Oh, sorry, Ki-chan. Right now, I've got to get to my part-time job. Huh? Like you would see in a sketch comedy show, my legs slipped in opposite directions until I was doing the splits.
うん
Yeah,
ケイチくんがゲームしてる間にみーちゃんに電話があったの
while you were playing your game, Mi-chan received a phone call.
残念だね
It's too bad.
せっかく暑くなってきたのについてないよ。
It was just getting good too. Not our lucky day.
おじさんの店でさ、特売にお客が殺到してるらしくてさ、レジが足りないから助けてって電話があったんだよ。
They're getting crushed at the sale over at my uncle's store. I don't have enough people to work the register, so call me for help.
おじさんってなんだスーパーの店長でもやってんのか
When you say your uncle, does he manage a supermarket or something?
ささやかなお店だけどね。
It's just a small store.
でもさ、
But
特売やれば主婦が殺到するの常識で読めないのかね。
whenever you put stuff on special, all the housewives swarm in like locusts. They don't have any common sense. Or don't they have any common sense?
店員足りないのに卵1パックをお一人様1点限り10円なんてやるな。
Even though they don't have enough staff, they're selling a carton of eggs for 10 yen. Limit 1 per customer. I was a little surprised. You would never think this was a club president exuding such a dark aura inside the store just a short time ago. It was the usual Mion right now, almost exasperatingly so. My shoulder slumped. That's right. Club mode was over now. But it was really heated today. Really was fun. Damn Mion, she really knows how to fire people up.
私こそ
Me too.
頭がジンジンしびれるくらい燃え上がったよ。
Got so fired up, my head started to tinkle.
特にケイちゃん、
Especially Ki-chan.
怖かっ
That was scary.
た。あの場で本当に噛み殺されるんじゃないかって思ったね。
I thought he was going to eat me alive there.
お仕事だから仕方ないけど
I know there's some cheap
本
eggs.
当に残念だね
Take me back. Take me back to 1980, what is it, 3? Japan egg prices. I want to go. I want to go back. It's work, so I guess there's nothing you can do, but it really is too bad.
この続き本当にやりたいですわね
I really want to continue this some other time.
いつがいいでございましょう
Anytime is good.
綿流しのお祭りでやるのなんていいですよ
How about we do it at the Wadanagashi Festival?
綿流し祭五強爆闘か。
The cotton drifting 5 demon firefight.
そうだね。
That's right.
考えておくかな。
I'll think about it. Right now, what were Rika-chan and Mion talking about? Wadanagashi Festival? Cotton drifting 5 demon what?
私、週刊漫画みたいないい加減なノリ大好きなんだ。
Okay, so I might have already maybe assumed this was the case. but now it seems as confirmation. As something I talked about earlier, I was curious how they were setting up Chapter 2, so it does seem as if we've gone back in time. We are reset, because he just out there was like, I don't know what this festival is that they're talking about. Obviously, if it was building upon the continuity somehow of the first chapter, then he would already have gone through the festival and known what it is, and he would not have been dead, as we kind of saw there at the end. So I can only assume that either something really bizarre is happening, or, like I said, we've reset time, almost similar to like Umineko. Maybe the surrounding events might change slightly, but main principal timeline, we've kind of gone back. Now, do I think that this is the same kind of situation as Umineko, where there's like the meta level, and then it's like people setting up a scenario and doing that whole thing? I doubt it. But if it was, I guess I shouldn't be surprised if that is the case. But I don't get that indication. I think we've just gone back. I think we've gone back to reveal more things about what took place over these over the course of like what we saw in the first chapter. Mion says, aha, haha, I love it when things turn out all over the top of manga-like.
こんな痛快な部活が近いうちにまたできるといいね。
It'd be nice if we could have another thrilling club activity like this soon. She laughed with a smile that made you feel refreshed just looking at it. At that moment, the shop owner came out carrying a paper bag. I wonder what it is. Is he giving it to us?
今日はみんな本当にありがと
Thank you, everybody, for today.
う。おかげでイベントは大盛り上がりだったよ。
Thanks to you, the event went really well.
大したものじゃないけど、これ今日のおだちんに。
It's not much, but here's a little something for you guys.
あ、吉郎おじさん。
Hey, Uncle Yoshiro,
私にはないの？おだちん。
isn't there a little something for me too?
あらあらあら
My, my, my.
かわいいのが出てきましたわよ。
Quite an adorable one, is it not? When Satsuko and Rika-chan opened up the bag, there were cute little stuffed animals inside. Wow!
これかわいい。
They're so cute!
お持ち帰りしていいの？
Can I take them home?
本当に？
I really can?
ってことは俺のもかな。
Which means there's something for me too?
お、
Oh,
なんだかやたら可愛いのが出てきたぞ。
I got a pretty adorable one. It was a stuffed toy wearing a beautiful dress, one you'd use to play house. Rina's eyes were glued to my stuffed doll. Satsuko was the same, and Rika-chan too? Ha ha ha.
ケイちゃんには一番似合わないのが出てきちゃったね。
Kei-chan got the one that fits him the least.
なんつうのか、プリティっていうかキュートっていうか。
How do I say this? I could say it's pretty or cute.
可愛いのは認めるんだが、着せ替え人形はちょっとな。
Well, I guess it's cute and pretty. I can admit it's adorable, but the doll with changeable clothes is,
ケイちゃんが持ってたら確実に明日からあれな趣味の人扱いだね。
if you walked around with it, then you'd be treated like a weirdo starting tomorrow. Definitely. No, Kechi. Buck gender norms. Carry around that doll. It's cute and adorable. Keep it paraded around. Mion didn't have to go that far. This wasn't something a guy like me should be carrying around. Mion was the only one who hadn't received a present, so I thought about giving it to her. However, after briefly considering, I gave it to Rina instead. Yay, we got the CGs. Look at that. We're so back. Rina says, huh?
くれるの？
Oh, look, you can see the jealousy on her face. She was like, damn, you're giving Rina this doll? Rina's like, you're giving it to me?
レナに？
To Rina?
ありがとう。
Thank you!
保身のためだよ。
Just protecting myself.
レナにあげないと夜道が怖い。
If I didn't give it to Rina, then walking the streets at night would be scary.
違いない違いない。
No doubt, no doubt.
ミオンにあげようかと思ったけど、ちょっと違うよな。
I thought about giving it to Mion, but it just didn't feel right. Damn, got her.
わかってるじゃない。
You know it.
私さ、どうして男に生まれなかったのかなって思う時あるよ。
I sometimes wonder why I wasn't born a boy.
女でよかったな。
It's better that you're a girl.
男だったらもうとっくに殺してる。
If you were a boy, I would have killed you already.
今のうちに殺しといた方がいいよ。
You should kill me while you still can.
じゃないとケイちゃん、死んで後悔することになるから。
If you don't, Ki-chan, you might not live to regret it. Mion laughed after saying such an ominous line. Everybody laughed heartily along with her.
来世では神様に男にしてもらえるように頼めよ。
Ask God to make you a boy in your next life.
俺も男にしてもらうから。
I'll also have him make me a boy.
そしたらケイちゃんと組んで軽く全国制覇から始めようかね。
Then together, the two of us will start with taking over the country as a warm-up. Mion-chan, if you don't get going soon, shop owner told her meekly. A lot of us looked like we were having a lot of fun, so it must have been hard to put a wet blanket on things.
じゃあね。
Later then.
今日は最高に楽しかった。ま
Today was really fun.
たねみんな。
See you later, guys.
明日学校で。
Tomorrow at school.
バイト遅刻すんなよ。
Don't be late for work. Everybody waved their hands and watched as Mion left. Before I knew it, the sun was already setting and the breeze carried a hint of chill.
もうちょっと街で遊んでいく？
Should we play for a bit more in town?
それとも帰るかな？
Or should we go home?
暗くなると道が怖いですよ。
The road gets scary when it's dark.
では引き上げ時ですわね。
Then, guess it's time to leave.
今日は本当にいっぱい騒ぎましたわ。
We certainly caused a ruckus today.
そうだな。よっしゃ、
We sure did. Okay,
帰ろうぜ。
let's go home. The wind blew gently, as if to cool down those of us flushed with enthusiasm. The road back to Hinamizawa was long, but I didn't really mind.
そうそう。
Oh, that's right.
レナさん圧勝でございましたわね。
Rina-san, you achieved an overwhelming victory, didn't you?
レナがああなっちゃ悪いけど誰にも勝ち目はないな。
When Rina gets like that, I'm sorry to say it, but there's no winning against her.
だってすごい可愛いカルタだったんだもの。
It was because the cards are so cute.
ほら、
See?
買っちゃったんだよ。はう。
I bought them. How?
リカも相変わらずですわ。
That was a weird jump. Rico was the same as usual.
リカにかかれば男どもなんて赤子の手をひねるようなものですわね。
When it comes to boys, it's like taking candy from a baby.
楽勝だったのです。
It was an easy win.
どこまで計算づくでどこまでが天然なのか。
How much was calculated and how much was natural?
リカちゃんの行く末が実に怖いな。
I get scared when I think about how Rico will turn out in the future.
さとこちゃんだってすごかったね。
Satoko-chan was amazing too.
最後は大盛り上がりだったよ。
The way it ended was really exciting.
褒められるようなゲームではありませんでしたよ。
It wasn't the sort of game where I should be complimented. Oh, ho, 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 ho.
ケイイチも最後はとうとう牙を剥きましたです。
Keshi, you also showed your fangs at the end there.
ん
Hmm?
まあな。
Well, I guess.
俺は追い詰められてからが強い男なんだ。
I'm the type of guy who's strongest when he's cornered.
富田さんたちなんだかすっごく応援してましたけど、何ですかしらね。
Tomita-san and the others seem to be cheering you on really hard. What was that about?
富田と岡村に何か約束してましたです。
He made some sort of promise with Tomita and Akamura.
きっと内緒話なのですよ。
It's probably a secret.
内緒話、内緒話。
A secret? A secret?
なんだろうね、なんだろうね。
No, Rina, not like that. I wonder what it is. I wonder.
男には時に戦いを通じてしか語り合えないものがあるんだよ。
Sometimes, for a man, there are times you can only understand one another by fighting. Wahahaha. Desperately laughing, I frantically tried to avoid the subject. After that, everybody continued to praise each other for how they defeated their opponents and reflected on how fun today was.
見てごらんなさいませ。
Everybody, look!
夕日が綺麗でございますわよ。
Sunset is beautiful! Satoko, getting even more excited, pointed, waiting where her finger indicated was an immense sunset, casting even longer shadows of us on our bikes. The cries of the Higurashi were gentle and very comforting. Yay! Oh, we got a tip to read. Who's Mion's uncle? Oh, shit. Oh, the non-Gregorian chanting. Alright, let's read this.
ごめん。
Yep, sorry.
今日はさ、急におじさんの店のバイトが入っちゃってさ。
I suddenly got called to my part-time job at my uncle's shop today.
なんだなんだ。じゃあ今日の部活はお流れってわけか。
What's that? No club today then?
いや申し訳ない。
Well, I'm sorry. Mion put her hands together in apology and grinned.
そんなに部活がやりたかったら、おじさん抜きでやってもいいけど。部活ロッカーにゲームがいっぱい入ってるからさ。
If you really want to do club today, then you can always do it without this old man. Club locker stuff full of games.
どれか適当に選んで。
You can pick whatever. The club locker was the trans-dimensional space from which Mion pulled games whenever we met for club activities. I wondered how so many freaking games could be stored in the locker. It was even smaller than the one with the cleaning supplies in it. Besides those games, it was also a cornucopia of suspicious objects. Costumes? For punishment games. If we lined them all up on the floor in order to sort them out, they would definitely fill the entire classroom.
やめとく。俺がいじったらロッカーの中身がドサドサって溢れてきそうな気がするよ。
Nah, we shouldn't. I have the feeling that if I mess around in that locker, everything inside will come tumbling down on me.
そうだね。
Yeah, guess you're right.
素人は手を出さない方が無難かもしれない。
Maybe amateurs shouldn't meddle with this. Mion gave a hearty laugh, implying that the only one who could do so was the club president.
みー、先生が体育倉庫の鍵を探してますですよ。
Me? The teacher's looking for the key to the gym storehouse.
心当たりはありませんですか？
Do you have any idea where it could be?
あれ？私職員室に返せなかったっけ？
Eh? Did I not return to the teacher's lounge? Mion said, feeling about in her pocket. Judging by her expression, she must have planned on returning it, but it was still in her pocket.
ほら、やっぱりミオンさんですのよ。私、絶対そうだと確信してたでございますわ。
I knew you had it, Mion-san. I knew beyond a shadow of a doubt that you simply must have been the one who had it.
僕も大正解なのですよ。さとこと一緒に大正解なのです。
I was right too. Satoko and I were both right. Giggling, Satoko and Rika-chan clapped their hands together in celebration.
やかましい。
You're annoying. Damn. Slap, clap. Mion elbowed Satoko and Rika-chan in their heads, then headed for the teacher's lounge. Oh, no worries. Thank you so much. I appreciate those words. You have a nice rest of your night.
あ、そうだ。二人とも聞いたか？
Sounds good. Oh, right. Have you two heard?
今日はミオン、バイトがあるから部活はお休みだとさ。
Mion has a part-time job, and that's why she's not coming to the club.
あら、そうなんですの？それはつまらないでございますわね。
Oh, is that so? That's so very droll of her.
みー、
Meep. The two of them made disappointed faces. Meep. I'm very much that all the time. Whatever anyone said, Mion's Club was always... Whatever anyone said, Mion's Club was always the number one thing I looked forward to when going to school. It wasn't hard to agree with their melancholic expressions after hearing it wouldn't be happening
ミ
today.
オンってバイトをやってるんだよな。 あいつ一体何のバイトをしてるんだ？
So, Mion's got a part-time job. I wonder what she's doing anyway. Whenever Mion canceled club, it was usually because of her job. However, it also didn't seem like she went there every day. She would go 2 or 3 days in a row, then not go at all for a while. It sounded like a pretty damn random part-time job.
別に決まったお店でお勤めをしてるわけではないのです。
She isn't working at anyone's shop or anything.
決まってないってことは、じゃあ日雇いってことなのか？
She isn't? Then does that mean she's a day laborer? Mion, wearing socks and a helmet, sweating to death in a factory. I couldn't imagine such a thing.
ミオさんはおじさんの店にお休みが出たりすると応援に駆けつける便利屋さんなんだそうですわ。
Mion's-son helps her uncles out whenever their employees go on vacations. She's like a handyman.
ああ、なるほどな。そういえばおじさんのとこでバイトなんて話、
Ah, I get it. Now that you mention it, her having a job at her uncle's place.
前にも聞いたことがあるような気がする。
I think I've heard about that before.
お店を持ってるおじさんがいっぱいいるのでミーは引っ張りだこなのです。
She has a lot of uncles who run their own shops, so Mia is in very high demand. She has a lot of uncles who own shops? A lot of them?
あら、ケイイチさんはご存知ありませんの？
Oh,
沖宮にはミオンさんの親戚の方がやってるお店って結構いっぱいありますのよ。
oh, you were unaware, Kichi-san? There are many relatives of Mion-sons in Okinamiya who run their own stores.
へえ、それは知らなかった。
Huh? I didn't know that.
そんなにいろいろあるのか？
So they're all different kinds?
ええ、パン屋さんとか八百屋さんとかラーメン屋さんとか
Yes, there's a bakery, a produce market, a ramen shop,
他にもまだまだ
and many others besides.
あの部活をやったおもちゃ屋さんもそうなんですのよ。
That toy store we went to for the club the other day is one of them. I was dumbfounded. That's amazing.
ミオンの一族って何気に詳細があるんじゃないのか？それだけいろいろあるってのもなんだかすごいよな。
Is Mion's family blessed with some kind of crazy business sense? They run so many different things, it's kind of amazing.
他にもサラ金屋さんとか地上げ屋さんとかイメクラ屋さんとかソープランド屋さんとか
There are others, like a loan shark, a land shark, a strip club, and a brothel.
いろいろやってると言ってますです。
What I'm saying is they do lots of things. Okay, a couple weird things came up at that up that time, but still, I could tell it was pretty
あい
extensive.
つに小銭を借りると妙に返却期限にうるさいのはサラ金屋の血が流れてるからか。
So the reason she's so fussy about returning money she lent you is because the blood of loan sharks runs through her veins, huh?
納得納得。
That explains that.
ミーにお買い物代を借りたことをころりと忘れてしまったら
Once I completely forgot to pay me back for money she gave me to go shopping.
耳を揃えて返さんと身売りして風呂に沈めたるどと凄まれましたのです。
She threatened me, saying that if I didn't return it all, she'd throw me into the red light district, and that would be the end of me. Jesus. Rikishan being sold into the entertainment industry to pay off their debts. Ah, crap. Oh my god, my nose bleed. Ketchy, get your shit together.
お風呂に沈められて溺れ死ぬなんておまぬきにも程がありますわね。
Dying by being thrown on the ground must be the silliest form of death I've ever heard of. Huh? She doesn't really get it, does she? Recently, she seems so unspoiled. Rikishan and I gave her a pat on the head.
なぜ撫でられるんですの？
Why are you petting me?
さとこはいい子さんですからなでなでなのです。
We're petting you because you're a good girl, Satoko. Satoko was lost in confusion, but she seemed to understand she was being made fun of. That's good. The innocent one, Satoko. All right, dope, dope, dope. We are in to chapter 2. Let's get that nice clean save going. Nice. Look at this, nothing on 10. No bookmarks having to be done for missed CGs or anything. As always, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. We'll continue Higurashi into, or not into, on Saturday. I think, right? Let me take a quick look at the calendar. Yes. Yes, this Saturday will be next. It's the next Saturday that I might be a little iffy on. I don't know yet. I don't know for 100%. I don't think I'll be impacted next, not this coming up Saturday, but the next Saturday. This is me trying to give, again, try to be his best and open about schedule-wise, potentially. I think here in the States, it's that's Easter weekend, and I may or may not have plans coming up then, but again, not 100% sure. But this Saturday, still be good for Saturday night Higurashi reading. We'll try to do a slightly longer, stream and all. That's how the Saturday Higurashi streams are as compared to these Tuesday ones. Again, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I think I already said that, but it's fine saying it twice. Should be back on stream for tomorrow night. Although I've been feeling, I tried really hard it not come across too much tonight, but I feel like I'm getting actually sick. Like it's gotten like just slightly progressively worse over the last few days. So small chance I take tomorrow off. If I do, then we'll just have no stream until Friday night. But if I am back on tomorrow, it most likely will be back to Final Fantasy Rebirth 7 Rebirth. With a few days off that, I'm itching to get back into Final Fantasy. So that'll be tomorrow if I'm back on stream. If not, then I'll be back Friday night because Thursday's no stream as always. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for listening to me read, I almost said Wada Nagashi. Chapter Wada Nagashi. Chapter 2, Higurashi. Have a nice rest of your night. Have a great Wednesday as well. Stay safe. Stay well. Do good. Be good. All that jazz. And until next stream. Or see you in another stream. Hopefully.